Welcome back. You're watching Judgment Day. This is CNBC TV 18. Still with us in our studios, Amar Singh of the Samajwadi Party. And joining us now is Jai Panda of the Biju Janata Dal. And of course, MJ Akbar, who's been with us through the show. Jai, thanks very much for coming in. A significant victory for you. You're possibly the second ally for the BJP that's done well for them. The others have failed them this time around. What's gone in your favor?
Well, simply good governance. Naveen Patnaik has succeeded in maintaining his clean image. And we've concentrated on doing quietly good work instead of focusing on the spin that many parties do.
Any rethink on your alliance with the BJP?
We are with the NDA.
You're with the NDA.
But does the NDA exist?
NDA exists, maybe not in government, but...
No, I'm serious. I'm quite serious. Do you seriously see the NDA surviving defeat? Because NDA works well in power because there's a vested interest in sitting on the chair. But the various political formations that constitute the NDA.
I would argue the contrary. In fact, there is a strength to the NDA by virtue of it being a pre-poll alliance where a common minimum program has been hatched out. Whereas the alternative today is a post-poll alliance where there are fundamental differences, for example, between the left and the Congress's own economic agenda. So I think there's common ground that.
And how long do you think it will take before these contradictions begin to emerge?
In the present government, I think it's emerging already. You today already are getting statements from members of the left who are asking the Congress to introspect on its economic agenda.
However, tell me, the BSP has also done well in Uttar Pradesh.
Yeah, they have always done well proportionately.
Yeah, but I think they've increased the seats.
We are in proportion we have increased.
Yeah. So is UP? Am I asking this? Is UP becoming a bipolar state between the Samajwadi and the BSP?
I think so. Unfortunately, I will have to admit it. I may not like this situation to be, but it is like DMK and not DMK, and the other forces are, just on the periphery. So this is happening, and all of us are to be blamed for this, because we have also supported BSP to come to this level. Thereafter, Congress also supported, and BJP also supported.
What is the fate of the Congress in UP? It's very important for the party.
Well, right now, the entire polity of the major chunk of the polity in Uttar Pradesh is divided between these two major players. And we are the biggest player. It is now, the Election Commission notification will endorse this, what I'm saying. It is no longer...
We can see it on the TV screen.
It is not psephologists or exit pollsters or the leading newspaper editors, barring someone like you. Everybody predicted doom for us this time as well.
No, India Today also.
India Today also, but I'm talking about newspaper.
Okay.
India Today is not a newspaper. I'm very careful.
But
I'm not that ungrateful.
Just staying with the situation for the Congress as far as UP is concerned, the one big concern that a lot of people are talking about is that if indeed you're not, of course you started the show by saying that you're not going to tell us what you're going to do tomorrow, but the concern is that if you were to support the Congress, it would in a sense revive the Congress in UP, which could mean political
this contradiction is not only in context with UP. In Kerala, what happened? The Congress is totally wiped out.
But for you, UP is of the greatest significance.
No, but for left, Kerala is of greater significance as well. Anybody who is holding a particular state, so in Kerala, Bengal and Tripura, it is not BJP. BJP is non-existent there. And Mamata Banerjee is now diminished and finished. It is Congress that will pose challenge to left. So, if left can swallow that contradiction, we will have to do some thinking about it.
You mean the bigger danger and the smaller danger?
Lesser evil?
Lesser, or danger, let us say danger. Danger in terms of, the future of your politics. That you're willing to accept the growth of Congress in your turf, but in order to keep the BJP out in the larger turf.
Obviously. And if there will be a cooperation, then there will be some formula as well. No? Why should we think negatively that there will be a cooperation?
It will not be a one-way street.
It cannot be one-way street. Politics is not Ramakrishna Mission or Bharat Seva Saram Sangh.
All right.
It is a game of give and take. It is not a game where you only take and don't give.
All right. Jai, let's talk about what the point that Mr. Akbar was making about the NDA and where it really stands. We were just discussing how the BJP's Bijli Sarak experiment doesn't seem to have worked as far as the Lok Sabha elections are concerned. It might have worked on the assembly level. If they were to go back to the contentious issues of Ayodhya, of the Ram Mandir, what then? Would you still stick with the NDA alliance?
Well, that's a danger area because we are a secular party and we are very clear that we are with the NDA on the basis of a common minimum agenda. And if that were to be significantly altered in these critical areas, we would obviously have to have a rethink. But I don't think that that's an automatic outcome of this election.
Well, it certainly is a likely outcome because, I mean, the BJP, you can hear the voices today. They are in fact virtually, they will not say it, but virtually accusing Vajpayee of having let them down with his soft approach to the minorities, with his soft approach to Pakistan. You can sense the anger in the BJP rank and file.
Equally, I think other voices are being heard that some strategic mistakes were made by the campaigning brains of the party because the tie-ups with certain allies were not maintained or not continued. For example, where they have done so in Orissa, we've shown that the results have been excellent. So I don't think it's an automatic conclusion that the BJP will automatically, in a knee-jerk reaction, turn right.
What do you think, Amar, will happen in the BJP's thinking? And because you're from UP, and if Ayodhya is an issue, it is an UP issue.
I think they will revive the plank of Hindutva, like I heard Mr. Ram Madhav.
Yes, I was referring to that.
And Ram Madhav is not an unimportant person, he is a spokesperson of RSS. They were saying that they will have to go back to their original moorings, and that is aggressive Hindutva and all that. Some more Rath Yatras by Advaniji or by some new mascot.
All right.
Maybe by Kalyan Singh, the newfound hero of the Hinduism.
Sure. Well, we've also got in our Bombay studios Kumar Ketkar, Chief Editor of the Lok Sakta. Mr. Ketkar, thanks very much for joining us this afternoon. How surprised are you by the kind of numbers that the Congress has managed to pull in? Because even the last exit poll gave the NDA alliance about 230. The Congress has now emerged as not only the single largest party individually, but along with its allies as well.
Well, like everybody, not only I am surprised, but also shocked, because everybody else from great Arun Nehru, MJ Akbar, myself, and everybody has gone wrong. And all the opinion polls, including Yogendra Yadav, I think he was the nearest to the result prediction. And even then, he could not give the figure that finally BJP front has been able to achieve. And I think the opinion polls and the exit polls and all journalists' very elegant and elaborate erudite observations have been proved to be completely wrong, and they have been dusted, and I think fairly enough, because there was a considerable arrogance of the media, and I think the media has been shown its place by the people.
All right, Mr. Ketkar, we've been discussing and debating the shape, size and form of the secular formation. Harkishan Singh Surjit has been parleying with Amar Singh, with the left parties. Of course, Mr. Amar Singh refusing to let any secrets out at this point. But how do you see this formation taking place? What happens to Sonia Gandhi? What happens to the leadership issue?
I think that's a very, very critical question, and I don't think Sonia Gandhi herself would be able to answer it, because going with the left is not so easy, because left can be extremely cantankerous, can be very, very adamant, and I don't think Congress itself is a divided house on the question of liberalization, privatization and globalization. So there are people in the Congress who traditionally belong to the old left constituency, and some belong to the new right constituency. Now that kind of a divided Congress, ideologically speaking, and the left, in left also there are some liberalizers and some anti-liberalizers. So even the left is divided. Let us not confuse left of the present type with the left of the past. I mean, Jyoti Basu's left is not the same left as Buddhadev Dasgupta. So I think if left realizes that they have to reconcile, and if Congress right and Congress left realize that they have to reconcile with the left, they would be able to come with some kind of minimum program and face the challenges that they have. But they will have to consolidate the gains that began after 1991. If they don't do that, I think not only market will crash, but people's hopes will also crash. All right,
you're speaking to us from Mumbai. NCP, the Sharad Pawar factor, what do you make of it in this situation?
Well, Sharad Pawar factor has not really worked, because if you can see the results, Sharad Pawar's own party, NCP, has not made any substantial gains. Last time he had 6 seats, today he has, I think, 10, and 1 seat is yet to be declared. I think even if he wins, it will not be more than 11 seats that he has got. So Sharad Pawar's campaign in 1999 failed to work, and even in 2004, now it is difficult to see. One will have to go through the figures to see whether Sharad Pawar helped Congress or Congress helped Sharad Pawar actually to gain those 5 seats. Finally, coming together did help to reduce the BJP Sena lead, but let us not forget that part of Maharashtra, Vidarbha, has been completely routed. Congress alliance has been completely routed. Even in Marathwada they have been routed, and significant victories have been made in Mumbai, and in Mumbai neither Congress nor NCP really campaigned. Mumbai voted according to the national pattern because Mumbai is a cosmopolitan reflection of India,
so basically,
and Mumbai, though capital of Maharashtra,
so basically what you're
really
saying is that Sharad Pawar goes to the table with less bargaining power?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he did not have bargaining power in the past with either parties or other fronts, and today also he will not have much bargaining power at all.
All right, Mr. Ketkar, we'll have to leave it there. Thanks very much indeed for dropping into our Mumbai studio. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Well, we've got to take a quick break, but when we return, there's a lot more coming on Judgment Day. Stay right there. Welcome back. You're watching Judgment Day. This is CNBC TV 18. Still with us in our studio, BJD leader Jai Panda, and also in our Delhi studio, Nilotpal Basu, leader of the CPM, and of course MJ Akbar. Minister Basu, thanks very much for coming in. Well, the left seeing a revival of sorts. You're in talks with the Congress. You're in talks with the Samajwadi Party. The Samajwadi Party has refused to comment at this point. What's really going on behind the scenes?
See, I really feel good today. Because
maybe you shouldn't use that term anymore.
Media did not give us any chance, and the people of this country are great, and see, they have rejected this mandate. Is a rejection of the NDA whole hog, and it is not a mandate for any particular combination, because if you see the results in Kerala, for the first time since independence, Congress has not won even a single seat. So nobody should read this in favor of this or that combination. Generally, there has been a big victory for the secular forces. For example, UP Samajwadi Party has done so well. We have done so well in West Bengal, Kerala and Tripura. And along with that, all other places where we had adjustment with others, yes, everywhere. In Tamil Nadu, in Andhra Pradesh, in Bihar, everywhere. So I think the mandate is a rejection of the program and the overall what the NDA stood for, and therefore there has to be correction if we correctly read this mandate.
Now, how do you actually read it in terms of power equations in Delhi?
I think there has been too much stress on this. For example, we maintain all along that in UP, for example, that Samajwadi Party and Rashtriya Lok Dal is the most formidable secular combination. So a lot of things where their votes are shifting this way, that way. We remain firm because we knew that given the compulsions on the ground, it is not possible for this combination to side with the BJP or the NDA, and we proved right. And I think they are also vindicated today. So ideally what we would like to have is a secular government, and secular with a difference in the sense that there has to be also course correction in terms of economic policies.
This is the key. What kind of course correction do you expect Congress reformers to make?
For example, if you look at...
Reform is a big issue, particularly for our audience here.
But you see, your audience also have to come out of their mindset in terms of economic reforms, because, for example, the kind of verdict that was given in Andhra Pradesh. Now, it is not just rejection of Chandrababu Naidu or his style of politics. You see, the non-emphasis and non-intervention of the government in vital areas like agriculture, to lend a helping hand to people, the peasantry who were committing suicide. Right. So public investment has to go up in the sphere of agriculture. There has to be greater emphasis on employment generation. There should not be blind sale of profit-making PSUs, and so on and so forth. There is a lot to be done in the question of
right. Mr. Basu, we're getting into a contentious area. You're still with us. Jai Panda has to leave. So one quick question to you, Jai, before we go. Moving away from state politics, the trend that we've really seen is the emergence of Generation Next as far as this election is concerned. Yourself, Sachin Pilot, Ajay Markan. Do you think this is a sign of things to come?
Absolutely. I've been making this point repeatedly, that there's been a disconnect between the youth of this country, which represents more than half the voting population, and the polity. And that has to change. And if it doesn't change, it's bad for democracy. So it has to change, it is changing, and definitely these younger faces coming onto the spotlight means it's good for the country.
All right, Jay, we leave it there. Thanks very much indeed for dropping into our studios this evening. Well, we'll take another break, but we'll be right back with you and Nilotpal Basu on Judgment Day. Stay right there.
Judgment Day, presented by MetLife India Insurance. Have you MetLife today?